But you see that bicycle track everywhere. That one blew my mind. Don't just have this impression that once you see a Nigerian, the person is a scammer. Do I look like a scammer to you? Stop it, okay? Period. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Josephine, and if you're new here, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for stopping by again and for being the real MVP and for all your support. Thank you so much. So in this video, I'll be talking about my experience as a black girl, as a Nigerian, as a Naija babe in the Netherlands. Please, before we get into this video, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. It will be really helpful for my channel. I'm a new YouTuber and I'm trying to grow my channel, so please share this video to your friends and family as well. It will mean so much to me. Okay, let's get into the gist. Listen, I typed these things down because it's a serious thing. You don't understand. This is very serious. So let me give you a little bit of a background story. So I've been in the Netherlands since 2019. So I've been here for 2 years, and someone might say, well, 2 years is not a lot to kind of talk about your experience. I would say my time in the Netherlands, you see these 2 years, I've been able to integrate into the country more than I have in any other country I've lived in. First thing I would like to talk about is like culture shock. So literally what blew my mind when I arrived there. The first thing that blew my mind when I arrived there was that there was bicycle track every single place, everywhere. So I have lived in the UK prior to coming to the Netherlands, so there were a few things that were not shocking to me, right? Because I mean, these are two civilized countries and they are both in Europe. They have a lot of things in common when it comes to how people behave in a way. Not always, but they have a few things in common. So a lot of things were not new to me. But you see that bicycle track everywhere. That one blew my mind. Everywhere you go, there is a bicycle track, even on the expressway. If I want to go from one city to another, there is literally a bicycle track that I can take to that city. It doesn't matter where you're going to in the Netherlands, there is a bicycle track that will take you there. I found that really, really interesting and mind-blowing. Coming from Nigeria, first of all, I didn't even know how to cycle, right? How can you come to Netherlands without knowing how to cycle? Well, that was my story. And in Nigeria, I mean, kids just learn how to cycle for fun, not because it's going to be a means of transportation. So when I decided I didn't want to cycle, my parents didn't force me or anything. So I didn't learn how to cycle as a child. So coming here, imagine how I felt when literally everywhere you go, it will be much easier. Sometimes even cycling, you will get there faster than using public transport. Even bicycles have flyovers. Bicycles have their own bridges, their own flyovers, their own traffic lights. Just think, I don't know how to explain. Maybe I'll put some videos somewhere. I'll just link some videos so you can see what I mean. But I was really surprised by that, and I think it's really beautiful. I'm now enjoying it because I had to learn how to cycle as an adult when I came here, and I'm going to make a video on cycling, on how I learned how to cycle as an adult. But by the way, I had to learn how to cycle here, and ever since I learned, man, I've been enjoying it. It's so beautiful, like to just be able to cycle, and you know there are some distances that you don't want to walk, but at the same time you don't want to drive or join the public transport. So it was just good to learn to cycle and just to take advantage of that. That has been my experience, and it's been absolutely wonderful. Okay, so let's continue. So the second thing about the Netherlands as a black girl, I don't know what it was about the Netherlands, but I just felt more accepted. I feel like the people are a bit more open-minded. I might be wrong. Don't quote me anywhere. I'm just talking about my experience, right? I lived in Edinburgh in Scotland for 2 years. And yeah, in the UK, you guys know that the Scottish people are even considered more open-minded and more receptive than the English. I don't know. I didn't say anything. Don't quote me anywhere. That's just what I've heard because I stayed in Scotland and a lot of people talked about the Scottish people being more open and friendly. And did I experience openness and friendliness in the UK? Yes, I did, but the British, they're not very good at, they don't say what's in their mind, and you could just tell from the way you're being looked at, from the way, the unspoken word, you will just know from the way you're treated that you're not being accepted. So they won't tell you that they don't like you, but from the way you're being treated, you don't, I don't know how to put it. But anyway, since I came here to the Netherlands, I've just felt this sense of acceptance. I don't know, maybe because I moved with my family to Netherlands. So when I was in the UK, I was alone. I got married in 2018. And that was the year I left the UK. But I was pretty much alone. I was a student. And yeah, so maybe that was the reason. Maybe I didn't integrate myself. Maybe I didn't integrate myself properly into the society. But now here in the Netherlands, I feel more accepted. I don't know. It's just a feeling, right? When you walk into a store, the way they attend to you, the way they treat you, I just feel that acceptance, right? Now, there's another thing. When I was in the UK, I worked in retail for a year and a half, I think. So I think I picked up a little bit of the British accent when I'm speaking, especially when I'm speaking in a formal gathering, or when you catch me unawares, right? I could talk to you in a different accent. So now, maybe when I speak to them and they hear the little bit of British accent in the way I speak, maybe, I don't know, does it influence the way they react to me? I don't know. Does it influence the way they treat me? I don't know. But one thing I know, that in the stores, like generally, I've just felt more treated better. I've just felt that I've been treated with more respect, and I've just been attended to with more respect. I think that has been my experience, and it's been amazing. Yeah, another thing that surprised me was that I think over 90% of Dutch people speak English. When I say English, I mean good English that you can understand. So when I was moving to Netherlands, that was one of my major challenges. Like, I was skeptical because I had an opportunity to stay back in the UK, or to go to France, or to come to the Netherlands. So France was out of it for me for reasons. Maybe I'll have that discussion in another video. But I was considering between staying back in the UK and coming to the Netherlands. And one thing that I was a bit concerned about was the language barrier, right? In the UK it's English, in Nigeria we speak English, so it was easy for me to integrate in the UK. But coming over here, I didn't know like that this would be my first time like moving to a whole new country that would be speaking a different language. So I was a bit concerned, but to my greatest surprise, guys, when I came here, even in the grocery stores, even in the stations, even the janitors, even the sales personnel, they speak good English. Of course, like when you come in, they can speak Dutch to you, and then once they speak Dutch to me, I'll be like, ik spreek een beetje Nederlands. Spreek je Engels? It means I speak a little bit of Netherlands. Do you speak English? And most times they're like, okay. And if the person doesn't speak good English, the person most times will be willing to get me someone who can help. I found this a big advantage when I moved here because it helped me to communicate. Communication was not a problem at all. It was easy for me to communicate with the people. But after I stayed here for a while and I started learning Dutch, it became now a problem because it was difficult for me to practice my Dutch. So I've done the beginner's Dutch course, but every day I feel like I'm losing my Dutch because at work I work with a lot of internationals, so we are more or less at the same pace when it comes to our Dutch. So I feel like I don't have enough opportunity to practice my Dutch. But do you know what? I can always find a way. I'm really happy that at least everyone literally speaks English, so it makes things way easier for internationals. And the third thing that I noticed about Netherlanders, these guys are tall. Man, I've seen the tallest people in my life in this country. Literally everyone is tall. Like, I'm not short. I'm actually like 5'7". I don't know my height in inches, but I'm 168 cm. That's about 5'7", I think. So actually, for a woman, I'm tall. I'm considered tall in Nigeria. Not very tall, but I mean a little bit above average. But in the Netherlands, I feel like a dwarf. If you search on Google, you find out that the Dutch people are the tallest in the world. So it was interesting for me to find out that they're actually really tall people here. The ladies are quite tall. The guys are quite tall. I was like, okay, that's good. Nice. Anyway, so yeah, that actually really tall people, which is nice. Well, is it nice? I don't know. It makes me feel short, so I don't know if it's nice. Whatever. Okay, guys, so yeah, the next thing that I noticed, okay, I live in a very multicultural city. I live in Delft in Netherlands, and Delft is known as the student city. So it's a small city, but it has a lot of students because of the university in Delft. And yeah, so you get to see like a lot of internationals as well that are young. But one thing I've noticed in Delft is that I haven't seen so many Africans. I don't know how to explain. So in Netherlands, you see a lot of black people. You see quite a number of black people, but most of them are from Suriname. Suriname is a country that was colonized by the Dutch people. So you get to see a lot of people from Suriname living in the Netherlands, and a lot of them already speak Dutch. So when it comes to seeing like black people, when I say black people, I mean black Africans, Nigerians, you know, Ghanaians. This is the first country I've come to, and I didn't see like Nigerians literally everywhere. Nigerians are literally everywhere all around the world, but in the Netherlands, let me not say Netherlands, but in Delft, that's the city that I live in, I just feel like I don't see as many black Africans living here as I expected, being a country that speak English quite well. I was expecting to see a lot of Nigerians or a lot of Ghanaians. Actually, I've seen quite a few number of Ghanaians. I've seen a lot of students who are Ghanaians, but not Nigerians. I don't know what is happening. Nigerians, where are you? Please come. Let me have more community of Nigerians. I beg, pack your load and be coming. Anyway, well, the day I went to Rotterdam anyway, to be honest, I saw more black people, which I felt like, that's nice. I felt, you know, a bit more included. I don't know how to, I felt like I disappeared in the crowd more in Rotterdam than I did in Delft. The next experience I've had as a black person here in the Netherlands is the people just staring at me. People just staring at me. It doesn't happen often. It doesn't happen that often in Delft because, as I said, Delft is an international city. But I've been to a part of Den Haag where I think it was really close to the beach, right? And I was wearing this African print outfit. I went to the beach with my friends and I was wearing this African print outfit, and I think I was looking good. Girl was looking good. She was representing, period. And I don't know, like that area that I went to really felt weird. It really felt weird. First of all, I saw mainly elderly people. I didn't see a lot of like young people, and these guys were staring at me. They were like, oh my god, it was so uncomfortable. But I forgave them because I know that I would react the same way if I had seen a white guy just walking down my street in Abia State, Nigeria. I would have been like, what is this Oyibo doing in my street? Do you get what I mean? Like, some of them, I think, have not been exposed, especially the older generation. They've never really traveled, right? They've not been exposed a lot to like people like us, black people, Africans. But I mean, like, I still feel like there are many Surinamese here, so it shouldn't be new to them to see a black person, right? That's what you'd expect, right? Well, I don't know why they were staring. I don't know why they still stare sometimes. And at first it used to be a bit more uncomfortable for me, but now I'm used to it. Like, if they stare, I just smile sometimes and pass. Or I just say hi and then I pass. Stare, man. I know I'm cute. Maybe that's why they're staring. I'm too cute, so stare. That's why I like to look good, so that I can make the stare worth it. Next thing that actually surprised, I don't want to say it surprised me, but I haven't faced so much racist experience here in the Netherlands. Here in the Netherlands, I've not really had much. I'm not saying that I've never had. So of course I've had a few, some people trying to be stupid. And I'm not saying that my story is the same with every other one. I'm just speaking for myself. I'm just speaking for myself. Don't come for me. Don't come for me in the comment section. I beg. So I've not had that much racism experience, but that's me, right? And I know that it might come as a surprise to people, because a lot of people might think the Dutch people are racist or are more racist or this and that, because of the celebration. I think the Sinterklaas celebration and Black Pete. I'm not going to go into details, okay? I don't want to go into details of what I think. Maybe I'll do another video about what I think, you know, my unpopular opinion. But you can Google it and just get information for yourself and then make your own judgment. But personally, in my everyday life, I have not really faced racism. Yes, that brings me to the next point. But the next thing that was shocking to me as a black girl in the Netherlands, having lived in the UK and in Nigeria, is how small the Netherlands is. But it's actually a highly dense country, so they have a lot of population in comparison to their land size. So they have high population density, but it's a small country. So what that means is that you can literally drive from one end of the Netherlands to another end. You don't need to fly. That was very shocking, because normally in Nigeria now, you take flights from Lagos to Abuja to the east. Like, not everywhere you can easily go, you know, easily move with your car or with your car, right? But in the Netherlands, because it's a pretty much small country, you literally can go from one end of the Netherlands to another in a day, in your car. In a few hours you've gotten there. So I really found that very, very interesting, and it's fun as well, because as a small country, it's easy for you to live in a different city than where you're working, and you can easily travel there, which is good, because if you're looking out for a house and you're not able to find a house in the city that you're living in, you can easily get a house somewhere. Another thing that was a shock to me as a Nigerian staying in the Netherlands is so I had my baby sometime last year. So I was pregnant around January last year, and when I got pregnant, the first thing that came to my mind was to go to the doctor, right? Because that's what we do in Nigeria. Like, you go to your GP when you're pregnant, right? But here in the Netherlands, that's not the case. When you're pregnant, you have to register to a midwife. So it's very, very common in the Netherlands for women to give birth at home. Even, yes, it's a developed country, but I think it's part of their culture. Women have always given birth at home for the longest of time. You literally don't need to ever go to the hospital if you don't have any special case or if you don't have any need to. The only time you go to the hospital is to do your blood test. So you see a midwife throughout your pregnancy. If you have a normal pregnancy, you see a midwife throughout. And then during birth, if you have a normal pregnancy, you have an option of either giving birth in the hospital or giving birth at home. And a lot of Dutch women actually give birth at home. Another experience here in the Netherlands as a Nigerian. So now this is not about being black, it's about being Nigerian. Some of them have the guts to ask me, do you get those emails from Nigerian prince talking about, you know, a land in Nigeria that they want to sell, the Nigerian prince? I'm like, oh my God, please stop it. Stop it. Dutch is here, please stop saying those things to Nigerians. What do you mean? Do I look like a Nigerian prince? Yes, I also get those mails. Okay, stop asking me. I'm not a Nigerian prince. They keep asking me about the Nigerian prince, sending them emails and all those kinds of things. I'm like, please, just stop asking me about Nigerian prince. After all, imagine if I see you in Nigeria and I'm like, hey, oh, I heard about Black Pete, that you guys are racist. How will you feel? How would you feel? So Dutchies, please stop talking to Nigerians about scamming or Nigerian prince or whatever. Don't just have this impression that once you see a Nigerian, the person is a scammer. Do I look like a scammer to you? Am I not looking too good to be a scammer? Please stop it, okay? Period. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Share this video please to anyone you know who is considering to come to the Netherlands. I really think that it's nice here. I've enjoyed my stay here. It's been welcoming. I've been staying here now for 2 years with my husband and my son, and yeah, we intend to stay much longer, and we are so excited to continue to explore this beautiful small country. This is my personal experience, and for sure I have a YouTube channel now. If anything changes, I will definitely have an updated video. It shouldn't change much. I mean, like it's been 2 years, so what is the new thing they want to bring now that I've not seen? We've seen it all. Anyway, this is the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and share this video with your family and friends. Thank you once again and see you in my next one. Bye. Goedemiddag, mijn naam is Josephine Ogugwa. Ik kom uit Nigeria. Ik woon nu in Delft en ik spreek een beetje Nederlands. Ik woon